Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Channel Shout Out Moses. I'm your host Moses, and today we're going to be talking about the new Bleach manga that just dropped a couple days ago, a 73 one-shot special for its anniversary. So in this video, I'll be going over what actually happened in this manga, a breakdown of what's going on, my speculation about what's to come, and what this really means for the future of Bleach. But I just do want to warn everyone that this is technically a spoiler. If you haven't read the 1,000-Year Blood War arc and you're waiting for the anime, then this will spoil it. I'll try to be as spoiler friendly as I can be, but there's some things that I have to talk about, especially reviewing this, that will be a spoiler if you haven't read that part of the manga or you're waiting for the anime. But before I jump into this, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more Bleach and anime related content. So this manga starts off with a prophecy about a goldfish, and depending on the way that you're depicting it, can be pretty good or pretty bleak. It's pretty much saying that when one goldfish died in a bowl with another goldfish, the other goldfish that lived got a lot stronger, and it was good that that goldfish died. So I'm sure we'll see some overtones about that in the future. But the manga really kicks off with Kazu sneaking out of bed with Kon after Orihime's tucked him in, and Kazu is Ichigo and Orihime's son, for those of you guys that are not fully caught up. He tends to be doing some of the things that Ichigo was doing when he first became a Soul Reaper. He's visiting spirits and helping them kind of better themselves and move on. But instead of sending spirits to heaven like Ichigo did in the beginning of the series, he opens a portal. And they don't really say, but it looks like this portal goes into hell, and we'll get to why I think that later for obvious reasons. As we fast forward ahead, we get to see what Soul Society's been up to for the past few years. We see Ichika, Rukia and Renji's kid, practicing and training with Ikkaku, which I thought was pretty awesome. I'm not sure if she's part of the 11 squad, I may have missed that, but I think it's pretty great that they're training together. They have a lot of good dynamics, and I think it's pretty fun. I think one of the best parts about Bleach is how much it focuses on some of the other characters. Maybe not strength-wise, but at least character development-wise. We then transition to Rukia, Renji, and Ichigo talking through what I'm just going to say FaceTime, because they kind of make a big deal about how it's a new technology, and I thought that was pretty funny. Again, character interactions is one of my favorite things about Bleach, and Bleach does it pretty well. Anyway, Renji then asks Ichigo during the conversation if he can attend Ukitake's funeral. He informs Ichigo that it's not a normal funeral, especially when a captain dies. The point is for the lieutenants to go to the real world and capture a hollow and then perform a ritual on it. And I'll elaborate more on that in a little bit. In between that conversation and them preparing for the funeral ceremony, it shows what other Shinigami are doing. And again, I like Bleach, I like their characters, and it does characters right. I just enjoyed reading them on the panel, so it was all fun, interactive stuff. It showed Kurochiki, it showed Hitsugaya, it showed his lieutenant, it showed more about Rukia and Renji's daughter, so entertaining stuff. And then we jump to really where the meat of the manga is. We jump to the lieutenants in Korokuro Town looking for the hollow that they need for the ceremony. And once that happens, in that instance, other hollow-like figures show up, but they can't sense their Ryatsu. Then we get to see what some of the other lieutenants can do, which I thought was really nice. We get to see what their Zanpakuto names and releases are. And I, for one, am a fan of all of these new Shinigami. Also, we get to see Akon actually do something that's not research-based, and those are just little things that gets my fanboy going. And the fact that the lieutenants were able to one-shot most of these hollows, even with their limiters on, kind of tells you where their power level's at. And then there's her. She got pieced out immediately. She got one-tapped, but she was also snuck up on, so I'm not going to say anything. She was the first one to go. And then once all those hollows are dealt with, a familiar face appears out of nowhere, and it's a Paro Grans. I'm not gonna pronounce the first part of his name. And he looks more hollow-fied, he has horns, he looks sinister. And he just tells all the lieutenants and Ichigo that he came from the gates of hell. And I thought, there isn't a more appropriate person to come from hell than him, because I kind of thought he was, in a way, the most, effed up Espada. But then it pans over to Kyoraku talking to some of the other captains because they notice something strange also happening in Soul Society. He lets them know, and also by proxy refreshing the audience, that when a Shinigami dies, their spiritual energy becomes part of Soul Society again. However, that's broken down into 3 classes. But the important thing to take away from this explanation is that anyone in the 3rd class, a captain class or higher, cannot have their spiritual energy broken down and reconstructed as part of Soul Society. It's too dense. So that energy is instead sent to hell, which I just thought was, boy, still I don't even know. I slept on that information and I'm still a little speechless by that. So as Ichigo is fighting a Prozogrons, he's also dropping the same exposition that Kokaku is dropping on the captains, so both teams are being informed simultaneously. But this means that every captain that's died or editing Shinigami of captain level Reiatsu, they don't go to a higher soul society. They're not repurposed as spiritual energy. They just go to hell, which is why a Prozogrons is there, in hell. It's then that a Prozogron specifically names Captain Uetake, saying that he's now going to be in hell with us. And Ichigo says the ceremonies are complete, we didn't kill the hollows, and as he turns around, he sees a lieutenant's finishing off those hollows that were attacking them, the ones that they couldn't sense. And a Prozogron's laugh says, how do you think I look this way? This is why I look this way, because I went to hell. And as hell's gates appear behind him, stabs a Prozo and he's taken back. And his final words are, why do you think the hell butterflies have the word hell in them? Hell has always been all around them. They've known this for centuries, but it's kind of just been lost in tradition. And then the chapter just kind of ends. Going into this, I didn't know if this was going to be continuation. I didn't know if we were going to get more Bleach or if this was going to be like a kind of quick, here's what their kids are up to thing. But after this, I am positive we're getting more Bleach. I don't think there's been an official announcement yet. I don't know if it's going to come in the movie form or weekly form or monthly form or what, but I'm sure we're going to get more Bleach pretty soon. Guys, this was big. I have not been excited about Bleach. I mean, of course it's over, but since the 1,000-year-old blood arc, at least half of it. But I'm super excited. I can't wait to make more videos about Bleach. I can't wait to talk more about what's to come in Bleach. I haven't been this excited about anime in a very long time, and it feels good. So tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you guys like this. If you guys want more Bleach content or anime related content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.